Welcome to Home Studio Quickies. Today we are looking at some recent but somewhat older questions in my comment section. Questions I've already answered, but I like to answer them in video form as well, just in case other people also have these questions. So here we go.
With our recent and old questions.
Real quick, one thing that I also did was to include the part of the question where it shows which video the question or comment is coming from. And so we have that as well.
That's helpful.
Yes.
Then we'll know what they're asking about.
Yes. And a little less clunky, I figure, in the delivery. I'm constantly experimenting with how I do these, so on and so forth. Our first question.
Let us know what you think in the comments. Okay, Victor with a cool font. I like that font. Anyway, does it need a power cable to power it, or does it work just via Midi? And are the keys weighted?
I think what he's saying worked via MIDI means the USB cable, because that's how the Keystation. I look like I'm getting up here. That's how the Keystation is. It's bus powered with the USB cable. So no, you don't have to have. If you're plugging it into a computer, you don't have to have a power cable. It's bus powered. What he asks also is, are the keys semi-weighted? Weighted. Yes, if they're weighted. They're semi-weighted, which means
They're half-weighted?
they're not very heavy. They're plastic, but heavier plastic, if that makes any sense.
So in other words, they don't feel like the keys on a piano.
No.
But they don't feel like a really cheap keyboard. They feel like they have a little bit of weight to them. They have a little bit of weight to them, but they don't feel like keys on a keyboard, like a keys on a piano. So they're a little bit heavy, but not really. Yeah,
and it depends on who you ask. There are some people who swear by different key beds. I think that the Feitar key bed is one that people say is a better feeling one. This is not that, but it does give you some weight.
Also, what's bus powered mean? I know I'm kind of stupid on these things, but
it's like I don't have a printer cable.
Is
it's
that
like the cable that you would plug
your
your printer in. Oh, I got one right here. So this is a USB 3 cable, and it's for a hard drive. Normally the bus cables, they have that top part, the bus cables, USB cables that such as we would use to get my hand steady, be right there. They wouldn't have that top part. It's basically like you would plug in a printer or any other kind of accessory, and here's the other end to it. So this is the other end, which would plug into your computer.
So you can plug it into your computer and it'll power it.
It will power right off of the USB.
That's what I was asking.
Right off of the USB.
So the bus power, it comes with the kit, the cable that you can plug into the back of this Keystation, and then plug the other end into your USB port, and it powers it. That's what I was asking.
As we've shown in the things before. Now, if you're going to control GarageBand with the iPad, GarageBand instruments, you are going to need that AC power adapter in order for it to have enough power, because an iPad doesn't have enough power to power the Keystation.
This is a question from question. It's not a question, it's a comment.
It's a comment on a post I made.
Where you posted about some new content you were going to be putting up around music. Jonah Bounty says, I love the unboxing videos. The other videos are great as well, of course. Thank you.
Yeah. I sort of started unboxing videos because I was buying things, and then somewhere along the line I stopped buying things. Well, no,
Fun got low.
I do buy but I do buy things. They're not as interesting. They're like hard drives and stuff.
I don't think that ever got focused.
Oh, that's my point is, people don't really care about this stuff that much. unless like me, they're very nerdy. I could talk. This one I actually bought with my computer that recently died. I have a whole video on that, a condensed version of that story. This was the primary hard drive of it. I recently bought another one of those, but I didn't do an unboxing video. But yeah, it's almost like Christmas. I enjoy unboxing, talking about things, and then that period where I wasn't buying things, I was talking about things I'd already bought, and milking the topic or squeezing the green out of the dollar. That doesn't anyway. So that is something I hoping to do more of it as time goes on.
Can you use it without a DAW? That's a digital audio workspace.
Yeah, digital audio. Yes, you can use it without a DAW. If you're using a DAW, it goes both ways. I like saying DAW because it's shorter.
Da,
DAW.
da, da,
Da, da,
da.
da, da. But yes, you can use it without one if you're going to plug it into a synth module, which is basically like my keyboard, which is nicely covered over here. It's the sound library portion of the keyboard without the keys. You can plug the Keystation in with a traditional Midi port, and it will you can use it that way.
You can get the sound separate and plug it into the Keystation.
Exactly, it's a controller, just like
it'll control it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that makes sense.
So you don't have to have.
It doesn't have the sounds in it, but you can buy the sounds in another box and plug it in, and if it's the right box,
you're not going to save money this way, which I think is what he was thinking, because he went on to say,
can you use it?
Yeah. So this is my response.
That's your response.
I said yes, pretty much what I just said, an iPad, and then
he responded,
yes.
And I forgot his name is Mr. Knockabilly. I love that name. That is so cool.
Mr. Knockabilly
said thanks, but what I mean is, can you use it standalone with just an external amplifier good to go?
No, you cannot. It does not have built-in sounds.
He said thank you. Well, he said thanks.
Thanks.
More concise.
Concise, yes.
I struggle with conciseness.
Yeah, you're not going to save any money, but buying the Keystation and then plug in. It doesn't even have an audio output, for one thing, and so that won't work right there, because it doesn't have an audio output. Also, no built-in sounds. So you have to either buy an expensive box of computer or a less expensive but more pricey than the Keystation box of sounds in order to use it in that way.
Do we have another question?
We don't.
Aw, so sad. Dun, dun, dun.
That's it.
The end. Bye, bug.
There's a little bug in the keyboard.
He took a dive into the matrix.
So when I was in programming class, we said that's what the bugs were, debugging. The computers, they used to be the size of a house. They're actual bugs. And even when they're a little smaller than that, there's a bug in there to get the bug. So you're debugging a program, you're making sure there's no insects in the code. No, just that sort of thing. Well, we hope you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane of recent memory lane. It's not memory lane. We hope you enjoyed this little dive into our recent yet old comments. Hopefully the information was helpful and concise and not as oxymoronic-ish as the name for them. And clearly I think I need to do another what it is versus what it isn't Keystation video. So be on the lookout for that. Sooner than you think, and later, perhaps. Look forward to seeing you in another video.